James Harden was traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. He got what he wanted. Essentially, the Clippers got Nicholas Batum and Marcus Morris and a couple of other people, Kenyon Martin Jr. I think the Philadelphia 76ers got better. I think they got better defensively. I think they deepened their bench. More importantly, the ball gets handed to Tyrese Maxey. Let's see what he does in concert with the great Joel Embiid. It's that simple. I think that the Sixers are solidified as the third best team in the Eastern Conference because of this deal, but I still think they're slightly below Boston and Milwaukee. And so they're still on the outside looking in when it comes to those two teams, but nevertheless, they improved. Let's see what the future holds. It's really about James Harden, who's now on his fourth team since January 2021. Houston, Brooklyn, Philly, and now the Los Angeles Clippers. James Harden is an all-star. James Harden led the league in assists last year. I'm not sure this is going to work. I want the record to show that I believe that James Harden would have been better off with the Los Angeles Lakers replacing D'Angelo Russell. That's what I believe. Now, granted, he wants the ball. He holds the ball a lot. And that's not something that's going to work when you got the great LeBron James on the court. But let me ask you this. How the hell is it going to work better with Russell Westbrook? Both of them need the ball. Neither of them are movers without the ball. Okay? They need the ball in their hands to make things happen. How's that going to work out? That's point number one. Point number two is, how's it going to work out when it didn't work out with them in Houston? Because it was a personality clash in terms of what they brought together on the court. Off the court, they still boys. But on the court, what are you going to do with that? So that's point number two. Point number three. I understand why the Clippers did it, because you're anticipating that Paul George or Kawhi Leonard are going to get hurt. So since in all likelihood, one of them is going to get hurt, at least we have a security blanket in a guy like James Harden who can put up buckets and bunches. I understand the thinking. But to me, in order for the Los Angeles Clippers to legitimately have a shot at winning a championship, they all have to be healthy. Or at least Kawhi and Paul George with either Westbrook or Harden. But if Westbrook and Harden are healthy, if both of them are healthy, who's going to have the ball? Who's going to sit on the bench? Whose minutes are going to be compromised? I mean, Ty Lue's a great coach. If anybody can figure it out, it's him. But I got news for you. It's going to be a bit different. And what a challenge it's going to be. And I want to also say this. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not going to point the finger at James Harden like that. I know that James Harden says he was lied to by Daryl Morey. He's probably telling the truth. I also know there's no excuse for him to act the way that he acted in forcing his way out. I also know that this is the third time you forced your way out of a situation, and that kind of baggage gets carried with you wherever you go as a malcontent. And chickens are coming home to roost. It's a bad look. No question about it. But there's one other thing that's on my mind. What if James Harden is not a problem? And Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are healthy, but James Harden loses anyway. He ain't recovering from that. Because if you can't win with James Harden, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard, nobody's going to blame a healthy Kawhi Leonard. Folks will barely blame a healthy Paul George. They're going to blame James Harden. So after all of this noise and all of this stuff, he better win. You know, wet in the bed in game 6, looking like you quit in game 7. Not the first time somebody said that you've looked like that in a closeout playoff game. You can't have that kind of stuff going on. Can't have it. And having it will most definitely be to his detriment. Somebody needed to say it. So I'm going to say it.